Talofa lava Samoa. This is about Samoan society and the state of our nation. From traditional to modern, from the whalupenga and the organisation of our villages, from the organisation of our society, where once our leaders cared for our people, to the modern situation where there are new players and these are hidden. You can like this video as we go, and you can click the wow face if you want. You can leave comments, but let me know where you are watching from. This is the most important discussion for our nation at this time. It involves the studies of sociology, which is the study of society. It involves anthropology, because it is the way that we are as a people and with our culture. And of course it involves politics, because it involves leadership. It involves the way people are looked after and how resources are distributed. Under the whalupenga, each village had its own social organisation, with the leaders, the matai, based around the whānau. And all individuals were loyal to each village, they were loyal to their families, and their lives were based around looking after each other. This has changed. This has changed because now, under the new Samoa since the Constitution, leaders have discovered that there are new ways that they can bring in other players. These other players are people, corporations, companies, foreign countries, who can develop hidden partnerships with Samoa's leaders, so that we go from a situation where the leaders cared for the people to where the leaders exploit the people of Samoa. They themselves have their loyalties now not to the people who have put them in power, but because of the new banking systems and the systems whereby power can be hidden from our people. Many of the politicians have accounts overseas, they have property overseas, and they themselves owe greater loyalty to other countries, to corporations, than they do to the people of Samoa. I call this the Neo-Wha Samoa, or Samoa Fo, the new understanding. It is vital that we as people, as Samoans, engage in this most important conversation, because the conversation involves our ancestors, who gave us a heritage, which was to love each other as a family and to pass on the most important things that we have, our teachings, our culture, our Wha Samoa, and most of all, our modern resources, our resources of old, onto the unborn. Vitally important that all Samoans understand that we have a right to a freedom of speech, and that this comes from our blood, from the very bones that we are made up of, from the land and the soil of our nation. Vitally important that we all step up and speak. It is very difficult to express yourself sometimes, especially where leaders discourage us thinking for ourselves and talking about the things that affect our lives. Politicians in Samoa now look after their friends and their family, and they themselves have hidden partnerships, and foreign money is being used to pass on down their organizations into each village and into each group, so that this money is corrupting our people. This money is used to undermine the love, the alofa that we all have for each other, so that we are in a situation where Families are taking the land of the rightful heirs and the titles. It is vitally important that we all step up and understand that each of us has a unique voice. Each of us has a unique audience. This is our family. This is the most important issue of our times, or our Samoa is being destroyed. In order to prevent this, we must talk to our family. We must talk publicly. We must talk in all of the groups where we deal with our own people. Laws are being made in the parliament day after day. These are not our customs. These are laws that we do not consent to, nor are we consulted. These are chains for the people. These are brought upon our people in order to exploit our people. We are no longer in a democracy whereby we vote our politicians in, and we vote them in for good reason. We are now in a dictatorship where money is used unlawfully to pass down hidden networks in order to take the power away from our people. I ask you this question: where is the pule? The pule no longer resides in each village. The pule no longer resides in the parliament. The pule resides offshore with the masters of politicians in Samoa who have chosen to take money instead of looking after our people. Look, please comment and I will get back to you, or I will reply. I will review each comment. As well, you can write to me at fsmtawa@gmail.com. Each day, we must look to protect those who are unborn. And as our leaders continue to accept money from foreigners, they are less and less our politicians. They are more and more the puppets of foreigners. Tofa soifua Samoa. I stand up and I come before you for the importance and the honor of Samoa and its future as a free and independent nation.